wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We gonna chat real quickly. You know, sometimes y'all know I just be having things I need to get off my chest. You see the title? Does it make sense to you? Are you confused? Because so am I. I miss when words meant thing. The girlies are trying to defend how you can be a gatekeeping influencer. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, let's go. So the other day on Twitter, baby, that's where it all starts. It all starts on Twitter. And if you follow me on there, you notice that I use it a lot less than I used to. And I'm telling you, life just gets better when you use it less. Like, we were not meant to see so many other people's thoughts at once, especially if those are the thoughts they are having. So this girl on Twitter said she was on TikTok and there was an influencer who had posted a video and she had sunglasses on in the video, and people in the comments were asking where are the sunglasses from, and the girl was not answering. So the girl who was telling this story on Twitter said that she had gone into the comments, she was responding to people, oh, these are the sunglasses. I believe they were Mugler. Those are the sunglasses, and then the influencer blocked her for telling people where it's from. So she was on Twitter talking about like how you're an influencer and you're upset because people are interested in the things that you are posting about yourself and wanting to buy the things that you post, right? And the response, like, probably like the main three confusing responses that I saw. First, a whole bunch of people saying, oh, you guys are so entitled and that's why you think you need to be told everything that someone else has or someone else is doing, blah, 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 blah. And don't get me wrong. Yes, the internet is very entitled, especially very entitled when it comes to receiving information, entitled on thinking that you need to tell them anything about yourself just because they ask, which is why people are so heavily invested in celebrity and influencers' lives. Like with everything with Cassie that happened over the weekend, oh, you know, I'm so mad that she settled. Are you? Or did you just want this to prolong itself so you can find out more of what actually happened? And once you find out more, what is going to change for you? What is going to know more of her business going to do for you other than knowing more of her business? So yes, entitled to information in that sense, entitled to information as far as products go. That's a lot of the times it's almost like you have to spoon feed people the information. I can verbally, one time, I verbally stated where the product was from in the video. I commented the description, the caption of I think it was a reel. I stated where the item was from. I tagged the brand in the reel of where the item was from. And then also in the video itself, like the item had I still had the company tag on it that said where it was from. And I still had people asking me, where is this from? And at those times, I'm like, did I not do enough? Because at this point, like, what else was I supposed to do for you to know where this is from? Or do people just be asking because they're bored? Like, they don't have any actual, like, intention of looking it up? Because you could say, okay, well, maybe they just didn't read the description because maybe people do not read on the internet. But it was also verbally stated in the video, and it's like, did you watch the video? Because it also shows. So yes, people are very entitled when it comes to that as well, with products. And people also don't give you a chance to actually tell them where the thing is from. I'll post a video and someone might say, oh, where is such and such from, 15 minutes after I post it. And if I don't answer within an hour, I'm gatekeeping. Baby, is it possible that it just didn't see your response? I got a TikTok, an Instagram, a YouTube, a Twitter, a Facebook, and I'm supposed to see your comment within like 20 minutes, and if I don't, that's gatekeeping. So yes, people are very entitled in that sense. I'll give you that. But baby, is that quite not literally your job description? Like, that's what I mean when I say words have meanings. Like, actually, before I even say that, another off response to that girl on Twitter that people were saying is that gatekeeping is good because gatekeeping allows you to remain an individual in a world where everyone wants to be the same. And there was one girl who was like, I don't tell people anything about me and anything about where I get my stuff from. I work so hard to curate my fashion that... Baby, when I tell you, I screenshot the first outfit that I saw on her page and found the top that she was wearing. It was $4 from Shein. Please please be so for real. People don't have to ask you where your stuff is from. It is literally that easy to find where items are from that you see on social media. But saying you work so hard to curate your fashion and your shirt is $4 from Shein. Do you guys understand how much Shein produces every year? I saw a graph, it's quite literally like 300 times more than other fast fashion brands. So if you wanna, I don't like when other people wear the same outfits as me. Shein is the last place that you should be shopping, okay? Because Shein is affordable. Of course, people are going to flock to Shein because you can buy a shirt for $4. Now, if you were saying some type of Loewe, there is a reason why they call it the 1%, because 1% has that type of money. 1% can afford stuff like that. Now, granted, there are still a good amount of people in that 1%, but everyone cannot afford to be walking around with the same Louis Vuitton bag, at least not the real one. So, then I get kind of saying you curate your fashion based off that, but still, you hear how I just said there is still a good enough amount of people that, baby, I haven't seen the same Chanel top on Jada Weda, on Sierra, on Lala, and mind you, the top itself literally came right to mind, because unless you are getting your clothes made specifically for you, baby, it's not as curated as you think it is, okay? But what I was going to say after the whole people are entitled to information thing, and then this whole, well, I don't have to tell you where my stuff is from because I want to remain an individual and everyone wants to look like each other and everyone wants to do this. Is it true that, a lot of people want to be and look like Jada Weda? Yeah, that's true. There are people who take it a little overboard, right? But that's what I'm saying when I say words have meanings, because if you feel that way, if you want to be an individual, you don't want to be a copycat, you want to feel like, you're different, you're set apart from everybody, influencer is not the job for you. Influencer is quite literally a job, and it quite literally has a meaning, a whole marketing meaning. I'm not talking about the regular definition of just someone who has influence. I mean the actual marketing term that says an influencer is someone who gets people to buy things by posting about it, usually on social media. It has its literal own meaning. So it's just the two words don't go together on how you can be a gatekeeper and an influencer, because your job is literally to push products, talk about products on social media for then people to see it, know it, trust you, believe you in buying it, and then spending their money. And then either, you get a kickback, you get commission, you get sponsorships, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. So how can you be both? How do you think? And then the other thing is, I only talk about things if they're paying me for it. Some girl was like, oh, well, maybe the girl didn't want to say where her sunglasses were from because she bought it with her own money, and then she's not obligated to tell you where it's from. Granted, is she obligated? No, she's not. But I'm saying the word, the two do not mix on how you want to be a gatekeeper and how you also want to be an influencer, especially because the sunglasses were Mugler. If you know about high fashion when it comes to sponsorships, baby, they're not handing them out like Shein hands out sponsorships because it's Mugler. Thinking, I'm not going to talk about it until someone pays me for it, especially with those type of brands, is okay, baby. At best, you might get a little gift from them. I know I've seen, Fendi and other brands like that gift high-low luxe products, but thinking that I'm gonna hold out on talking about you for those type of brands, okay. And just in general, the whole idea of I'm not gonna put people on to a product that I actually really like and I support unless I am being paid for it is why so many people are not successful influencers. And that's why I've said it before in a lot of videos, and I'm gonna keep saying it because people still do not get it. Y'all be chasing the brands, and you don't understand, if you build the audience, the brands are going to chase you. You're saying you're not going to put a product onto the people that follow you until the brand pays you for it, when common sense would say if you showed the brand that you have the influence to convince the people that follow you that it is good and to go buy it out, go sell it out, the brand is going to come to you. With the amount of influencers that exist nowadays, baby, it's not hard to find an influencer, okay? The brands are not hard up out here like, oh my God, I can't find someone that's gonna talk about mascara. Baby, You need to be telling them why you are beneficial to them. What's not clicking? Like the amount of times I have posted organically about a brand and then the brand hit me up afterwards because the video went viral, because, you know, they saw the amount of link clicks to it. Baby, that Walmart couch, I don't believe I've ever worked with Walmart before I posted that. Mind you, I bought that couch at like 2 o'clock in the morning off a whim, right? And because that is my job, you don't just post sponsored content, you post organic content as well. I was like, oh, you know, I'm moving. Let me just go ahead and make this quick little video on unboxing this couch. Did I think the video was going to get 14 million views on TikTok and 13 million on Instagram? No, I did not. And before that, I don't think I worked with Walmart before that. But the video went viral. Walmart obviously saw it, and I've worked with Walmart like twice since then. Like, thinking that I'm not gonna talk about it unless I'm being paid for it. And besides that not even making sense on how you build relationships with brands, most importantly, how are you building a relationship with your audience? That is why so many people do not like influencers, because a lot of you do think it's just pushing products. You don't actually care, and you don't care about the product that you are pushing to the people that follow you, which is why they do not trust you, which is why they start saying, oh, they only post when it's something sponsored. They don't trust your recommendations. They don't have anything to actually build a relationship with you off of. So why would I trust anything that you say? This whole TikTok shop thing, every time you swipe up on your For You page, it's someone trying to sell you a mop bucket. It's someone trying to sell you some leggings. It's someone trying to, what about this one TikTok is supposed to make me say, oh, you know, I trust what you're saying. I don't know you. I don't know nothing about you. And especially just with how much it is pushed into your face, baby, nothing about this is selling me. I'm so sorry. Now, someone that I follow, someone who, you know, posts unsponsored things as well that they really, really do like, you know, as someone that I know, oh, you know, she goes to Pilates regularly, so she is probably trying out a lot of different leggings. That might be more believable. And even then, you still have to use discernment on the people that you follow and the people that you allow to influence you on social media, right? But like, you know, I know Drea actually enjoys reading, so if she starts recommending books here and there, I'm more inclined to believe, oh, she actually read this book and enjoyed it, as opposed to someone who probably can't even spell book. So, and then openly saying that, like openly saying, well, I don't post unless a brand is paying me. It's just, okay. All right, everybody wants a job until it's time to actually do the job, and then it's, I'm an individual. I don't want people to be like me. I said it before, I'll say it again in this video. A lot of you do not want to be influencers. You don't even want to be content creators, because everyone's calling it that too, right? Y'all are taking the tripods into Target and filming your Get Ready With Me's and all this other stuff because you want the life that comes with being an influencer, that you've seen other people achieve by doing the work. You want the sponsorships, you want the trips, the brand trips, all that stuff. And you want the followers. You want people to follow you, but you don't want them to follow you and want to be like you. That's why you think gatekeeping, that skirt that you got from Forever 21, is doing something. You want to be a socialite. That's what I've said before. You want to be, you know, like the Paris Hilton of the 2020s. The people look at you, people perceive you, and it stays there. They can't afford the things that you have. They can't afford to look like you. That type of socialite, that's what y'all want. You want the followers, you want the people to see you, you want the people to, let's keep it a buck, to be jealous of the life that you're living, to see you and, you know, the trips that you're going on and the Gucci bags that you're unfollowing and all that stuff. But you don't want those people to be on the same playing field where they can afford the same things, where they can have the same things that you have. You want to be able to hold on tight to that Zara coat and not tell them what it is, because then they can go get it and then they can wear it too. So you don't want to be an influencer, because it quite literally, gatekeeping and influence, it just quite literally does not go the same. You want to be popular. And yeah, there's the whole, well, just because they're an influencer doesn't mean they need to tell you everything about themselves and they need to show you everything about themselves. And it's like, let's be genuine when we have this conversation. There's a difference between keep having some privacy in your life. You don't need to tell people who you're dating. You don't need to tell people when you're having a bad day. People who are more open on the internet, because you know there are some people on the internet, they'll tell you everything about their lives. maybe even a little too much. And if you want TikTok, I feel like you know who I'm talking about. Actually, there are a couple people that I'm talking about. So much so that like when something new is posted about them, you're just like, please take me out the group chat, okay? I cannot take another Krishan and Blueface post, stuff like that. So those people being too open about their lives also does not make them more authentic. It just means, baby, maybe we need to learn a little self-awareness, again, discernment. So being someone who does not tell all of your business, who does not show everything, doesn't mean it's going to, like, you can't build an audience that's going to trust what you say, right? It's just the things y'all be saying people don't have to put you onto, or don't have to tell you, don't have to share you as an influencer, are not the things you're actually trying to be an influencer on. I don't follow you to find out who your boyfriend is. I don't care. I don't care. But if I follow you because you want to be a fashion, a beauty, a lifestyle, a tech, a food critic influencer, and then you say you don't want to tell me where your $4 Shein shirt is from, okay. And I also need people to understand, baby, maybe you're not an influencer. Having a lot of followers does not make you an influencer. It also doesn't make you a content creator. Every content creator is not an influencer. Every influencer is not a content creator. So also, I'm seeing the people saying it and I'm like, do you even consider yourself an influencer? Because it'd be regular people, because there are normal people who are like, I don't like when people ask me where my stuff is from. I gatekeep my stuff. Good for you. 2 thumbs up for you that you don't like telling people where your stuff is from. I don't think you're expected to tell people where your stuff is from because you don't present yourself as an influencer. In my opinion, still weird. Even for the norm people who swear they don't want to tell people where their stuff is from, that's just my opinion. If you don't like doing it, you're a normal person, continue doing it. I don't care. But an influencer saying stuff like that, an influencer not wanting to tell you like what restaurant they were at, but they'll go give you reviews on restaurants for you to then go try them. That doesn't sound weird to you? Someone telling you this is the best foundation ever, and that person is dying to go on a trip with Tarte, but they're not gonna tell you that it's a Tarte foundation. Does that sound like it makes sense to you? And it's never a trendsetter. It's never someone saying it that you look at and you're like, oh, okay, I can see why you might want to keep this a secret because the girlies are not dressing like you, baby. It's always the same Rick Owens boots. It's always the same black bodysuit, high white socks and Uggs. It's always the same pencil mini skirt with some mesh top and high knee boot, like, okay. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on this because it's a conversation that is had every 2 to 3 months. Someone will come about that doesn't want to tell people where something is from, and it's always made weirder than it already is because they almost always get angry that someone else tells people where it is from. Like, it's one thing if you want to use well, just because I'm an influencer doesn't mean I tell you where everything is from, blah, 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 blah. But getting mad at someone else because they told someone where it's from, it's weird. I don't care it's weird. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Make sure 2 thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.